If your creatine plan only happens on training days, you're doing the part that matters least. You can buy the right supplement and still miss the actual benefit by chasing the workout window. Creatine works by saturation. The workout clock is not the main thing. 3 to 5 grams of monohydrate every day wins. I'll show you the protocol advanced lifters actually keep, the one tiny caveat people overrate, and the mistake that quietly kills results most. By the end, you'll know what to take, how much, when to take it, and which myths you can stop caring about. There are 4 parts: why the clock is not the main thing, the dose that actually works, the extras people overcomplicate, and the one habit that keeps it working. The first mistake is treating creatine like a fast-acting pre-workout, as if it only matters if the scoop lands right before or right after you lift. That sounds precise. It misses how creatine works. Creatine helps by raising phosphocreatine in the muscle, your quick energy backup for hard efforts. That helps you squeeze out extra reps and hold output across sets. The benefit comes from having that store full. One dose at 5:17 p.m. does not change much by itself. Here's the key fact. Taken at different times of day, the same total daily dose gives the same result for strength and size. So if you obsess over the clock, you focus on the small detail and miss the main thing. The thing that matters is getting enough creatine in consistently. Think of creatine as a daily habit. Once you take it consistently, the exact hour matters far less than people say. Which mistake sounds more like you right now? Only taking it on workout days, or overthinking the timing so much that you miss doses? Once that clicks, the next question gets much easier. How much do you actually need? A lot of people assume there must be some advanced formula here. Body weight math, tiny split doses, a loading phase that never ends, or a more expensive form that sounds more advanced. Very moving, completely unnecessary. For most adults, the answer is simple. Use creatine monohydrate. Take 3 to 5 grams a day. That is enough to build and maintain high muscle creatine stores. More steps do not improve the end result once those stores are full. And this matters because complicated rules are easy to skip. The harder the protocol is to remember, the worse the protocol is. That is how people end up switching products, second-guessing a basic supplement, or quitting something that was already doing its job. There's a useful timeline here too. No loading is required long-term. 3 to 5 grams from day 1 reaches the same ceiling by about week 4. So if you want the simple version, just take 5 grams and move on. The simple dose gets the same result without extra steps. The last argument people still cling to is all the add-ons: loading, carbs, perfect post-workout timing, split doses. This is where people make a basic supplement weird for no real benefit. Yes, training can briefly help uptake a bit, and taking creatine with carbs or protein can help in some setups. But those are small effects. The much bigger effect is still getting the daily dose in, day after day, until the muscle store is full.
Loading just fills stores faster. It does not create a higher ceiling. Loading fills stores faster in 5 to 7 days. The slower daily route reaches the same full level in about 28 days. So loading is optional. You do not need it. Carbs or protein can make it easier to take with a meal, but you do not need them. Post-workout timing is fine, but only because taking it at all is what matters. Split doses are fine if your stomach prefers that. None of those things should decide whether the dose happens. If this just saved you from turning creatine into a full-time scheduling problem, that's the moment to leave a like and send this to the friend who still treats creatine like it only counts if it hits the shaker at exactly the right minute. Now for the part advanced lifters actually do better. It's boring, which is usually a good sign. The real advanced move is building a daily anchor, one easy cue every day, including rest days and travel days, because the plan that you actually follow beats the plan that looks perfect on paper. If your rule depends on training, your system breaks the second training gets messy. On a rest day, the dose gets missed. Travel does the same thing. A deload week can turn into a string of missed doses. Then the plan stops being a plan. A fixed cue works better for the same reason putting your keys in the same bowl works better. You stop needing to remember from scratch. The habit does the remembering for you. So pick the single daily anchor you're least likely to miss. First coffee, lunch, post-shower shake, dinner. Then put 3 to 5 grams of creatine monohydrate there every day without exception. And here's the part most people never hear clearly. Once your stores are full, 3 to 5 grams a day keeps them there. Stop for 4 to 6 weeks and they drift back down. Rest days matter, travel days matter. The daily anchor matters more than trying to match each scoop to a workout. A small side note that's actually useful, not just trivia. If you eat no meat, you often start with lower creatine stores, so the same basic protocol can do even more for you. The fix is still the same though. Not a special version, just the basic version done consistently. After the habit is automatic, level it up by stress testing it. Keep the same daily anchor on rest days, travel days, and deload weeks. Then add one backup cue, a phone reminder, or leave the tub by the meal you never skip. The best system is the one that still works when life gets messy, because life will absolutely volunteer to get messy. Consider subscribing if you want the simple version of what actually works in lifting, where the popular rule gets stripped down to the part that really moves progress. Creatine is not a race to catch the perfect workout window. It works when muscle stores stay full. So plain monohydrate at 3 to 5 grams every day at the easiest time to remember is the protocol that actually holds up. If you remember one thing tomorrow, make it this. Creatine works best when you take it every day. Pick one daily anchor, drop in 3 to 5 grams of monohydrate, and let consistency do the work.